Hi, guys, and welcome back to the 415 podcast with your girls, Miss B and Keita. What up, Miss B? What's poppin'?
What's up, y'all? It is a weird day, a weird old day. But anyway, happy Father's Day to those out there. It is Sunday, uh, June 16th when we're recording.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Word.
Cheerio and chip chip.
So last week, what we talk about? Full of complaining, right? Episode 58.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you this, like that actually helped me a bit. Not to say that I complain 24/7, but certain things, certain situations, I probably would talk more about on a regular day to day. So recording that was kind of like on point for me to get on the good foot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was a move. I just like that the content that we put out is something that's near and dear to us, personal to us, something that we've experienced. Because who are we to try and talk about something we never experienced?
Right.
Word.
Right.
But I really didn't see much going on this week as far as like,
The Raptors won.
oh yeah, that underdogs. So
Mm-hmm. Congrats to them.
even with the so-called Drake curse, quote, quote, unquote.
That's because he wasn't there.
But wasn't they going to the White House or something like that?
I don't know. They say they said will they go to the White House?
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. I don't know if they're gonna go. I wouldn't.
Hmm.
To what? Get cheeseburgers and French fries and
Ain't
chicken
real food.
nuggets. They must go to Obama House.
Hello. Get the soul food now. Yeah. But yeah, it has been a long week, I feel like. Again, we appreciate y'all always tuning in, listening. To all the new listeners, thank you so much. You know, people that I run into all on a day to day and talk about what I'm doing. Like yesterday, I went to a friend's birthday celebration in New York City and met some good people and network with some people. So I like when I can bring up the 415.
Right.
Yeah. And I love that people ask, well, what is the 415? Is that San Francisco? No, it's not
No,
there.
people, it's not the West Coast. Sorry.
No, it's just two best friends who share the same birthday month, 2 weeks apart.
Right.
That's what it is. But yeah, again,
What will you do? Hey,
yeah.
what do?
Yep. We just roll off of each other's energy because what we gonna do?
You stupid.
We so much alike, it's crazy. You know, yeah, man. That's what we do.
It's sometimes scary.
I know.
Scary sometimes.
You ain't never gotta open your mouth. You just do like this.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Y'all know Queen Sugar back on chat.
I'm pissed because I didn't watch it yet, but I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm just so excited to see.
Girl, Nova. Nova. I ain't saying nothing, honey, but Nova.
You caught up because I thought you was behind 3 seasons.
It's only one episode. What do you mean?
I'm talking about episodes beforehand.
Let me say something. If it's something I really want to watch, I'm going to watch it.
Oh.
So, but Nova, honey,
who you watching it for?
Huh? What I'm watching it for?
I said, who you watching it for?
Myself.
Coffee?
Oh yeah.
Come on, Ralph Angel.
But no, but it's a good. I love the show. I really do. It's like I just love it. But this season is like, oh my gosh,
it's so relatable.
Nova, damn, shouting. Damn.
I can't wait to watch it tonight so we can talk about it next week. Word. But I think one of the biggest things that has happened in the last couple of weeks is that massacre in Sudan. And, you know, a lot of people always get so annoyed that, you know, things that affect Black people are never televised, you know, on, you know, mainstream. It's always on smaller sets like, a Twitter post or a hashtag, and it doesn't go further than that. But the numbers on that I saw, it's crazy. The amount of rapes, the amount of injuries, the amount of killed, it's just, whoa. So them prayers out to them people over there in Sudan. That is crazy sad. Like on the
Yeah,
real.
I haven't. I've seen the posts and everything go up. I just but folks, we really got to start.
What are we gonna do? What do we do? With the police brutality, okay, let's go into the one with the pregnant woman with her kid in her hand, and her kid, her 4-year-old, I think, allegedly stole a 99-cent Barbie or doll from a dollar store. And then police officers rolled up on her like she shot up a place. The tone in their voices is just crazy. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I didn't see that video.
It's after watching it.
Let me tell you something. I hate to say it, but I don't hate to say it at the same time. Their worst fears are coming to life. The minorities, which have always been the majority, are now taking over. They have to eliminate as much as they can, and they can't do it as fast as they want to. Okay?
They don't understand, like, through everything that we as a people have gone through over the last how many years?
400.
Okay. That we're
and beyond.
We are a resilient people.
And that's
the strongest type of people that you can ever encounter.
That's true.
Because we lose so much, we battle so much, we fight for so much, and we still come out losing, but we don't lose faith. We don't lose heart. We don't lose the motivation behind why we're doing it. We just keep on keeping on, and that is why I feel like they can't stand us.
So
no matter what.
So when do we look deep within and start taking our power back?
Maybe some people don't even know how to do that. Like, what do you mean take the power back? How? Like, okay, we do the blackouts where we stop, spending our money over there, but that only lasts a day.
I'm not talking about that, but we actually, let me tell you something. Black folks are some magical people, magical spiritual people.
Okay? But do they all know that?
They don't want to know that. That is the thing. And why don't you want to know?
About us. Do we
that's
know
what I'm saying. They don't want to know that because other people have made it seem like that we're so evil. That part of us is evil, and it's not. So when do we take our power back? Take your power back, and you won't have nothing to worry about.
Well, what are the steps to do that? How?
Hey, when you hit that journey, you'll know. So all I can say, when you hit that journey, you'll know.
We just need to go to our own dang place. Need to be away from everything else. We need to stop. You know what? I keep thinking to myself, if we stop playing football, basketball, soccer, every sport, stop producing music, stop doing everything for everyone else's entertainment, and then they realize that they really do need us, I think things will change. But that's just a thought I had. Because
that's true.
You know how many black players make up a team? If you took every black person off of every team,
only 10% of each league would be there except for MLB, and that's not even true because they got a lot of Dominican, Puerto Rican. You take them away,
yeah.
What do you got? Hockey,
right? And there's one or two of us over there.
Right. I can't even say soccer because a lot of us play soccer too. So.
It's true.
It's like I need, like, black people don't know. Black people need to understand how connected we are, even when we're far away. We do the same stuff.
Universal.
It's universal connection within all of us, and that is what they don't want us to know and understand about ourselves.
We all have the same. Yeah.
Once we understand that about ourselves and understand who we are, understand the power that we have, the magic that we have, they took it from us. Hello, they stopped us from doing it. Why do you think that? Like when you see these slave pictures and you see the women with their mouth muzzled, they were stopping them. They were stopping them from traditional work. They knew what the traditional work was, because they were, bruh. That's a whole nother topic. But anyway,
I'm just saying, how are you going to get the people, us, to come together and want to? Because everybody has this whole, I ain't got time for that. I got my own problems. I got my own issues.
You got to stop believing. You got to stop believing what they have put in our head for so long, that what we used to do was evil and dark.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Once you start doing that, once they start looking at that and start opening up their eyes, they'll see.
I don't know.
I'm trying to tell you, why you think that shit happening down in Dominican Republic? What y'all do to them Haitians? Okay, keep playing. I'm telling you. Okay.
All I know is I don't see it changing anytime soon, because you can't make nobody do nothing.
You'd be surprised as much as this world is changing, and it's changing right in front of us, but we're still blind to it. A lot of people are changing, and I was shocked to even see it. Matter of fact, it's in it's in TV shows right now, but we're so blind to it because we don't want to see, or we're so oblivious to it that we can't even see what's happening in TV. It's being put into TV. All Disney, on Netflix, everywhere. It's being put into, it's basically telling us, people, wake up. Hello, I'm putting this in front of your face for a reason. Hello, wake up, Mr. Miyagi. We're here. It's time to catch on. But hey, when you're ready, they'll be ready.
I don't know. It's like you have a handful of people who ready to go toe to toe. Then you have the other people over there like, I ain't doing that.
What else people that get left? Stay your ass behind, okay? While I tune into this magic I got, okay?
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. But every other day, there's some new case, some new hashtag of somebody who got brutally murdered off of some BS.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other side, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Girl. So I watched the video, right?
I did.
And it's kind of like, did he really grope her? Like, because she for sure wasn't acting like she was so
uncomfortable
because it even like her dude came over there and was like, looked like he was like, be like, hey, Cuban Gooding, or what, Cuban Gooding Jr.,
well,
like, whatever.
If that was her boyfriend or whoever he was, friend, for whatever, he literally put his hand on Cuba's shoulder and leaned him more in to his girl, or whoever she is, to him.
Exactly.
My thing is, if it were you or me, and somebody had touched us inappropriately, we would have shut it down in that very second.
Oh yeah, because I'm
not about to wait. We're not about to wait until how many hours later, 2-3 days, a month, or whatever time frame it was. No, we're gonna shut it down right now. We're gonna let you know that what you just did, not cool. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you see all of these movies. Oh, what was that movie where it happened? Oh my gosh, where? Oh man, what is that movie? When the guy, it was like white girl liked this black guy, and they ended up, in the bed and stuff. And then her dad and mom walked in. He made me do it. He didn't. No, da 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 da. Because you so embarrassed. I cannot remember the name of this movie for the life of me. Oh my gosh, it wasn't ATL. No, that ain't it. No, not John Q, because he was trying to get his family together. But anyway, it happens a lot. Where, I mean, just look at, was it Emmett Till? Wasn't that a case?
Emmett Till was, the white woman, Blank, said that Emmett Till had whistled at her.
Same difference. Something inappropriate.
Yeah, and her husband and either a family friend or he was in a part of the family. They went and dragged him out of his house, burned him up, beat him up, tried to, and threw him in a river or threw him in the water.
Crazy. So again, turns out. Yeah, but it's sad. I don't know. Oh boy. Anyway.
It's crazy.
It's like, where do you go from here?
Where do we go from here? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Where do we go from here? But to switch gears, something called me to Red Table Talk.
Right.
And I don't know why I was up there. Oh, I know. I was trying to see the episode with Common, but it doesn't come out till Monday. So I happened to just start scrolling, and last season 1, and I come across a familiar face, and I'm like, who is this guy? And the title of that episode was Learning to Forgive. Turns out Jada Pinkett has a brother, Caleb Pinkett. Did not know they were siblings. Same dad, different mothers. And they were talking about the hurt and the pain that they dealt with, in regards to their dad. Because turns out their dad was an addict, died from an overdose, and they were just going down the line with everything that they dealt with. So take a listen to this, and we're going to go from here.
About that moment for me, that's when my brother became a man. For me. Because he had to go identify the body. He had to take care of the funeral arrangements. He did it all. And to have had that happen and I didn't have to take care of it.
Yeah.
He had it. The way you handled it was with so much strength, so much grace. And that's when he really grew up to me in that moment. So to have my little brother be able to step up for me was an amazing moment.
How did you feel?
Here it comes.
At first, I felt a lot of guilt because of the conversation we had had. And I'll never forget, I just had the most startling realization that
right here,
Rob's life wasn't about him being my father.
Wow.
Rob's life was about Rob being on his journey. And it just so happened along the way, he gave me life. And in that moment, I realized he was not born to be my dad. That wasn't the only thing he was here to do. He's a person first with his own journey.
Wow, that was something coming to that understanding.
And I had to call Caleb, and I was like, Caleb, it didn't have anything to do with us.
That's right.
And that was my aha moment of utter forgiveness. And just to be able to see him as a human being. And that's when I started, even in my own life, just tearing down all these titles that keep us, all these labels. We get so caught up in these titles and these labels of what people are supposed to be.
And how arrogant we are to believe we know who somebody is supposed to be and what they're supposed to do.
You're my brother, and since you're my brother, you need to behave a certain way so that I can feel good about myself.
Exactly.
You're my mother. You're my daughter. When we look to our relationships to be something to fill us in a certain manner, and that is the thing for the last 7 years that I've been in search of is emotional independence. When you don't need people to be something for you.
There it is. Oh man. That's the real freedom.
That's it right there.
That's the real freedom.
Oh, man.
That right there. I know it's a little long-winded, but yeah. So it's I deal with that. Where, in my mind, based on who you are to me, I already have made up in my head that you're supposed to act a certain way. You may call this controlling, but I'm like, if we all grew up around the same people, some in the same household, some the same parent, whatever the case is, how are we turning out differently? How are we acting differently?
Guys, you're all different. You're your own people. You're gonna act the way you're supposed, the way you are, the way you act. You're not gonna act like the people in your house. And
I don't understand that. You got the same parents.
that don't mean nothing.
That's the thing that I'm trying to wrap my head around. Like, how you grow up, same morals, same values, same everything, and you turn out completely different than your other siblings. Like, what? I get it. Like, you out, you're not gonna be home all the time. You're gonna be in school, so you're gonna encounter other people. Fine. That's probably where you start to veer off and start to think differently than what you've been, raised to. But I'm just like, when you come home, you got to go back to what you was told and how to do stuff. So what you put on the front while you're around your people? It's like mind control. Control.
I mean, I don't know. I just know everybody act differently. It doesn't mean that you don't have the same morals. I mean, you can't have the same morals, but if that's not how you were designed to be, you ain't gonna be that way.
Just looking at how Jada and Will raise their kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
They let them move in the way they want to move. They let them speak the way they want to speak. They don't try to change their kids to be this. They just let them be. Whereas normal, regular families, like from what I see, black moms, you ain't about to do this. You better do this. You be that.
But nobody said that. And who's to say that Will and Jada wasn't like that before?
Right.
Or they may have certain when bringing the kids up, they still got certain rules to abide by. But yeah. I'm going to allow you to make your own decisions as long as the decisions that you're making aren't detrimental to your life.
Mm-hmm.
You still got to guide them, but still allow them to be the free people, the free person, free spirited people that they want to be. Point blank, period. Because, okay, quick example. Even though Trey is the oldest and he has a different mom, Trey is totally different than Willow and Jaden. Oh. Willow and Jaden
free spirit
are like free spirited people, and Trey is more like, I mean, this is from what I see on social media. I don't know how he is in real life.
Same.
Trey's more like conservative. He's a DJ. He doing his thing, but he's more like Will. The other two are more like Jada.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they all grew up in the same house. I mean, they're blended family. Point blank, period. They're blended family, and Jaden was exposed to the same stuff that Willow and Jaden were exposed to. But he's more conservative. They're the more free spirit ones.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing.
Okay, let's go to the Cosby Show.
Yeah, Denise.
Yes.
She free spirit like a mug. She hated school. Matter of fact, her and Theo hated school, but Theo, we ended up finding that Theo had dyslexia.
Yeah.
Right? But Sandra and Vanessa were like, school, we gotta get straight A's. I do this, da 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 da. But Denise was like, child, I ain't doing that. I ain't going to school.
Trying to get by. When that professor came to her house from Hillman, I think it was, and she was like, I don't want to take that class. That's too hard. He's too hard of a professor. Then you see her in a different world. You see her really getting into but she was kind of finding her way.
Right.
Like trying to see what she really wanted. But it's just like, again, like them, how many? 5 kids? 5 kids up under the Hustles. Claire and Heathcliff. Same values, same morals, everything. Because, sometimes in families, like, the first child gets it the worst, right?
Right.
But then by the 5th child or the last child, they don't get, they don't get that strict, strict rules put on them. They kind of more lenient, like, whatever. Your brother, your older sister will help you with that. But in this case, no, they didn't sugarcoat. No, everything that all the kids, from top oldest to the youngest, went through the same stuff, same values, same everything was put into them.
Even the ones they didn't birth, if they stay under their house, they got the same tough love. No, cockroach didn't stay with them.
No, I'm saying, like, when he came in, even though they're friends, they had to
yeah. They all
their cousin. What's her name?
It was Maxine, but I can't remember her name on the show. Yeah. Cousin, I can't remember.
Y'all know Maxine from Living Single.
Yeah, but she got the same tough love.
Yes, she did.
Like everybody else.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, they all have their own personality. They all have their own journey. They all have their own purpose in life and what they're supposed to do. And just because my mom is Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable and attorney Claire Huxtable doesn't mean I'm going to be just like them. Not going to do it at all. Like that's what they had to accept. Like they had to end up accepting. Okay, this is Denise. This is who she is. She's forgetful. She doesn't. She wasn't responsible. She wasn't this. But when she got married, she ended up turning herself around.
I think it's because he had a daughter and she had to step up. Because remember she was having issues with Olivia at one point?
No, she wasn't having issues with Olivia. She just didn't know how to parent.
Right, that. I mean, that's
her parenting skills weren't because she was instant mom.
Yeah, she was like, I'm telling her to stop, but she won't stop,
Right, and Claire was like, well, honey, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. But this is what happens. You thought this is what y'all did too, and I had to learn. So you going to have to be a mom and tell her, no, you're not going to the zoo. You're going to church with everybody else. I'll remember the episode. You're going to church with everybody else. And Olivia tried to play it and go talk to grandma. And was like, I don't want to go to church. Well, she was like, but if you don't go to church, I'll be really sad. And she was like, oh, I don't want to make you sad.
You got to play the game with a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, there was, like, instances where I think they was like, well, or maybe Vanessa was like, well, Denise didn't have to do this, or why do I have to do this? When so-and-so did that, how come she didn't, whatever. Like, there's always going to be, like, that sibling thing where they feel like this one got it the easiest, whereas the other one had, what do you call it? Like, they had to come down hard on them more.
Right. So, another quick example, Grownish.
Okay, I really have. Oh, wait, which one is Grownish? That's the kid?
This is with Tracy Ellis and Anthony.
No, that's Blackish.
Yeah, sorry, Blackish. Sorry, because I love both shows. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Blackish.
And I don't even watch that show, but
Yeah. The oldest daughter, she's smart, go to school. Another Sandra.
Okay.
Junior, he graduated high school, but guess what? He doesn't want to go to college right now. So what's he doing? Well, I haven't watched the show in a minute, but at the time, he didn't want to go to college. He wanted to take a year off to figure out what he wanted to do. The twins, Diane, I love me some Diane, because Diane is crazy as hell. She is like, keep it real, 100. I don't care how your feelings, how you feel after I tell you, it is what I said, and that's it.
I didn't even know they was twins. That's how you know.
They're twins. So they're all different. And now the oldest daughter, she's gone off to college. She's experiencing life. And, it's just, you got to let people be them.
Well, I don't know how to do that. How about that? How about I say, because, like, it's easy now because, like, my nephew's only 3. So I can tell him what to do right now. But I can't tell a grown person how they're supposed to act, right? Because maybe it's like, don't nobody like being embarrassed by their family members when they're out in public or where they're in a certain work setting or whatever the case is. So you maybe I try to do it too often, I don't know. Try to tell people, like, you should act like this, you should be like this when you're in this type of space. It's like a turn on, turn off thing. You know how you can be this way in one setting and in that way? You know, like if you're around work, you're not gonna be talking about yo shun, like you know what I'm saying, yo, like you're not gonna.
All depends on who you're around at work.
Well,
but
you ain't let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
When like around a VP, SVP, and all that stuff, you're not really gonna be trying to act like that. You're gonna be more conservative, more professional. But when you get around your folks and y'all goes out for lunch, it gets turned back on. So I think that is one of the reasons why, you know, like in that snippet from Red Table Talk, she's talking about you know, get away from the labels and all of that, like, and having that, because I think I do have an issue with putting so much expectations on people, like high expectations, and when they don't meet that, I'm pissed off. So it's like, how am I gonna raise the bar up to here, and when they fall below it, I get mad when they was never gonna meet that.
Okay, so this is what you have to do. So if you, if you're trying to take certain people out and you know how they gonna act, right? You don't take them around the people that you don't want them to act crazy around.
Well, I guess they can't go nowhere because they don't know how to act nowhere.
Not saying they can't go anywhere. You just need to know, like, I can't. This group of people you can't be around because you don't know how to turn it off and on. And then once you realize that, you won't be mad because they're around. When they are around the people that you can't have them around, it's like, all right, whatever, it's cool. That's what they do. Blah, blah, blah. He comfortable, good. But I'm not going to take somebody around my coworkers and it's so, girl, you know when this money, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, boss, like, dang, how you get that? Like, let me get a job up in here. Like, come on.
So Steve Harvey show. What's her name? Betty. Oh my gosh, what's her name?
Oh, Levita yes. Jenkins. Right. You're not gonna do that. Like you're gonna
lady.
Right. You're not gonna set yourself up like that to be around people, be around somebody and they gonna embarrass your ass. Like that's not gonna happen.
Okay. Oh, that's a good example because maybe, just maybe, I have a little bit of Regine. That's her name, right? Boss lady.
Yeah.
Because remember how she was? She did not like. For people to act certain way. Like she was embarrassed of Levita in a lot of situations. And I think one time Levita came at her and was like, I don't appreciate you trying to, you know, come at me like that. There was like I forget the episode, but there was one where she came out her face to her like, look, I may not be like all, you know, pressed up and stuff like you or whatever, but this is who I am. This is me. You know, she was talking about her family and all that stuff. So maybe I have a little piece of regime where I just want people to act better. But
that's not your decision.
I know.
And that's what my thing is, you have to, okay, so this is the thing. You can't say, I want people to act better when you know that you have your ratchet moments as well.
Exactly. But I know where.
I know that, but they don't know how to turn it on and off.
You better learn.
You see what I'm saying? You're not going to take people from, you know what I'm saying, around people in your job because you know they're not gonna act right. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do that. So you just have to understand, you just have to understand, like,
that's the hardest thing. Yeah, that's like one. I think that's the number one stressor for me when, you know, being let down because of my own expectation that I put out there.
But why are you putting these expectations on other people?
I don't know.
That's what we fucking up at.
That's where people try to come in there and be like, "Are you a perfectionist?"
Right. That's what we fucking up at in our life.
Are you better than me?
And that is why we become so disappointed, so discouraged, and in our life and decisions we make because of what we expect other people to act like.
Well, how about this? What if? Okay, I think I have it. So what if my issue is based on where you grow up, right? Some people grew up in a not so great area. I didn't grow up in a not so great area. So for me, seeing everything that was going on, you know, the people that I grew up with, you know, it was three ways. You was either going to be on the street, you was going to have a bunch of kids, or you're going to be successful, go to school, get your own job, your own company or whatever. So I wanted to go option 3. So I decided I'm going to go to college. I'm getting away from this. That's what I'm going to do. You know, other people didn't choose that. So because they didn't choose that, they look at me as if, oh, she thinks she better because she went to a college. And I'm like, I don't act like I'm better. I just act differently because I grew up and I have a different mindset. So it's not me trying to be better or act better. It's just that's just what it is.
Okay, so quick question: Do
What's the
you
question?
do you act like you're better when you around them? Do you come back like do is it and that's just for anybody.
Yeah.
When you prime example, prime freaking example.
Because I have
What
friends
was
who didn't
that?
go to college.
What was that movie Martin played in? What he went back to Roscoe.
Oh, Roscoe Jenkins, Welcome Home.
He grew up around these people.
Yeah.
You left and then you wanted to act like you was better. You came back still acting like you better. Understand, this is your home.
Buy you all of this.
Right. This is your home. These are your people. Don't come back. We know you doing good, but don't come back making us feel bad because you got all of this and we don't, and we're living a certain type of way when you forgot that you grew up the same damn way. That's why people be looking at you. Well, not you, just saying, but looking at other people like, well, damn, why she act like she better than everybody, or why he act like he better than everybody? That shit, they're like, we don't give like da. Because yes, we know you're doing good. Yes, we know that you're doing awesome. But don't forget, like, you ain't gotta act like that when you come home. You ain't gotta be like that.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
I'm myself all the way. You know, when I go back home, like, I don't stay there. You know, it's just like, to me, it is my past. You know, I'm not saying I hate where I came from because that's what made me who I am. But at the same time, I'm not going to linger there. So whenever there's a family function, I'm the first to show up.
And another thing, not to say that it's all the other person's fault. Maybe the other people feel bad because they had the same opportunity in life and didn't take it.
That's what I'm saying. And they taking it out on me.
Right. And they're upset. Right, and they're upset because they didn't take the opportunity because now, you know, they're stuck. They're stuck in a place that they don't want to be in. They're stuck in a status they don't want to be in, and they're mad. Right.
Has nothing to do with me. That is your own internal insecurity issue, problem, all the above. You know, because I can go, you know, what I keep hearing is, oh, you always taking a trip. You don't tell me about your trips. Well, I'm going to tell you about my trips. I'm just taking them. Whoever come to me like, yo, I want to go here. All right, tell me when and how much, and I'm there. There's so many trips I went on that Keita did not go on. You think she's sitting here mad as hell at me? You think she going to sit here and tell me, you can't go on that trip because I ain't going? Keita don't operate like that. She know we going.
When I'm ready to go.
Exactly. Like, anybody can take a trip. It's based on decisions, choices, all of that. Rearrangement. That's it. You know, but then, you know, everybody look at me the other way like, oh, well, you don't have kids, so you got it.
That don't mean shit.
Keyword, I got it. Not I got to give to everybody. See, that's the biggest thing. Oh, you better. You got this, you know, fancy job and it's fancy this and you fancy that, to the point where you so scared to go buy you something nice. Because you don't want to.
But why is it an issue that I have a nice job? I have a nice car. I have a nice place to stay or a decent place to stay. Why is it so bad that I have
that? That's the answer I've been seeking for about how long I've been out of college? 2005 to, yeah, that's a minute. Over 10, 15 years now. Been trying to figure that out. And now, what would the outlook be if I didn't go to college? How would they be talking to me?
I don't know, but I don't know.
It's just like, why is college a big, like,
because I damn sure didn't go to college.
And what that mean? You know what I'm saying?
Not a goddamn thing.
Like, not everybody's cut out to go to college, and not everybody who goes to college is successful. Let's make that clear. Because there are people who went to school just to go and flunked out.
Because I'm gonna be very honest right there. I don't think college was gonna give me what I was looking for. For where I am right now in my life. I think I would still be searching if I went to college, and I'll be searching for something to fulfill me, but I'll still be empty. Like what I'm doing now, and the journey or the growth that I'm having now, I feel like I feel more fulfilled now than if I would have went to college. That's just me and how I feel about going to school. If that makes sense.
Girl, let me tell you something. I don't make nobody feel any kind of way. I don't carry myself like that.
Mm-hmm.
People say you bougie. What makes me bougie? Because I want to dress a certain way. I'm a germaphobe, so if that makes me bougie, oh well. I'm a germaphobe. I don't want to touch stuff. I don't want. Sorry, but you gonna get mad at that?
And child, let me tell you, I can be bougie and little ratchet every now and then. You know what I'm talking about? I can do both. That's how, because that's how I taught myself. That's how I got around in life. Talk to everybody, have a conversation with everybody, know when and when not to do certain things while in public or when you're in certain settings. Hello. It's not that damn hard.
Girl.
Be yourself, but be yourself on different levels. You can't give a Cardi B level at a goddamn board meeting. What the fuck? And I'm quite sure Cardi B ain't giving them Cardi B at board meetings.
Right. She gonna handle her business.
Understand that.
Her business. I mean, if Cardi B came out not as Cardi B in her music, she'd probably lose all her fans because that's what they know her as. If she tried to switch it up,
she is gonna switch it up.
Of course. As her daughter gets older.
Let me tell you something about artists. If I watch artists, how they develop themselves all my life, and I've always said, when a new artist come out, you give them 5 years, maybe 5 to 10 years, 5 years. No, you give them to after the second album.
I'm done for the day.
After the second album, you start to see them be who they really are. To be who they really are. When they first come out, they do what the industry tells them to do. They act the way the industry tells them to act. Then after their second or third album, once their third or fourth album come out, that's when you start to see the true person for who they really are and what they really wanted to put out. That happens with rappers. T.I., what was he? Straight rubber band man.
I could be ratchet, y'all know.
Talking about the trap. Now, everybody know he the king of the South. But guess what? Now you see T.I. developed in the person and the way that T.I. wants to be. He's more of a philanthropist. He's more of a mentor. No, I'm saying mentor, but role model. He's in the political scene. I mean, he's doing a lot. He couldn't have been that T.I. with Rubber Band Man.
He had to go through all the stuff that he went through. You know, dumb decisions. Which is if you follow his family and how he raises his kids, he's another one. He lets his kids be who they are,
but he don't play no shit. He don't. That damn King.
With King, girl.
Ooh, child. I be like, ooh. I be thinking, I just want boy, if the camera on me, I beat your ass right now.
Right.
Because
and he probably do after.
Because King, he trying to find himself, and T.I. is trying to tell him, no, you need to finish damn school, do what you're supposed to do. He said, you don't even have the fan base to even do what you're trying to do right now. So if you don't get your ass back over here and do what you're supposed to do, and tell it to
on yourself,
and tell it to Mika and his sister, rest in peace, telling them stop coddling him, and that's his problem.
It's true.
Stop coddling him and let that boy figure out his stuff on his own. And
that is the issue I feel like with a lot of black men. A lot of them.
Being coddled.
Parents, yes, them parents, mainly the mom, done handheld them the entire way. It's okay, baby. You got it. I'll do it for you. Don't worry. And they don't even know how to freaking do laundry.
Let me tell you something. Okay? Now, I may be, I have a son. Yes, I do. And sometimes you be like, okay, I got to do something. But at the end of the day, I have to understand. I'm not a single parent.
Right.
That's for damn sure. We are very active co-parents in our child life. My son's father teaches him everything he's supposed to know, even at this age, even though he's 9 years old. This little boy know how to cut grass. This little boy know how to change a tire. This little boy know how to, if he wanted to, he could help tow a damn car. He could goddamn check. He asked me if I need him to check my damn oil. I said, well, shit. What kind of, so he washes clothes.
Very curious.
He cooks. Like it get to the point sometimes he be like, Mom, can you please? I can't cook. I can't make my own peanut butter jelly. Can you make? Boy, you get your ass in there and make that peanut butter jelly sandwich. Stop playing with me. You know exactly.
He want to be your son. That's why.
Right. Right. And I take that. I get that. I understand there are times when you're supposed to do this, and there's times you're supposed to do that. But I would not handicap you.
Mm-hmm.
That I would not do, because you need to know how to do stuff, not only go to school, but know how to survive in the world if something was to happen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's true. But again, like, who first of all, for all y'all people who think I'm so high and mighty, whatever. Choice I made was to go to school so I can be wherever I wanted to be. Okay? Do I have it all together? No. Am I in position to be? Yeah. Am I very close? Yep. But I'm not throwing that in anybody's face. I don't never make anybody feel less than me because they didn't go to school or because they don't have a good job. It's just like, I only come at you when you try to come at me. This is what makes us us. This is what makes the 415 the 415. Because one, we insert with the things that we deal with. Two, we talk about things that happen to us, on a job, in real life, whatever. And we just be talking. Because again, this podcast is about a conversation on the phone. This is what we do.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't, half the time, we don't even be making sense. Like, how we even get here? Talking about the color of the damn floor. What? Mm-hmm. Really? So yeah. To our new listeners, hey, this is what it is.
But yeah, but back to the original
thought of control
and accepting people for who they are. You just have to accept people for what they give you. It's just they're never going to change. People have a purpose in this life, and their purpose is not your purpose.
Ooh. Or my purpose ain't their purpose.
Exactly. And you need to accept that. Accept it and move on. Love them for who they are and what they give you in life. That's it. There's nothing else that you can say or do to change it. Like nothing. Allow them to be them, because once you start trying to change somebody, you become frustrated.
Let me tell you something about my life. How you doing?
You become frustrated. Look, dog. I stopped trying to change folk. I'm tired.
I'm tired. Ain't even a word. Okay, I should have had vacation at the dang, what you call it, the hospital, so they can clear my head. Bet you folks leave me alone then. Bet you folks leave. You know what? They should rent out rooms at the hospital. That was so.
Oh my God! What in the hell?
Oh my gosh, she in the hospital. Everybody, we gotta go sit. I bet you I get all the thank yous and all the I'm sorry's and all the girl. I'm gonna go rent me. I'm gonna rent me. They're gonna have Airbnb at the hospital, child.
Oh Lord.
At least you have everything you need.
Yo, that's crazy.
I know. Them areas. Oh man. But yeah. I just don't have the time or the energy to keep trying to fix people who don't want to be fixed.
Well, that's the thing. It was never your job in the first place.
I know. I don't know why I got there.
Because you put yourself there.
Because I care too much.
And that's the problem.
Well, I don't know how not to care.
Well, you gotta start exercising it.
But yeah, I don't even know how long we've been up here.
But I couldn't tell you shit. Who knows?
I still think it was a good conversation because we love shows, we love TV, we love movies, and I love watching shows and movies that tell a story, and you take away stuff. Like Keita always tell me that Disney inserts a lot of good points to take away. It's a family movie. Kids will get what they need to get out of it as kids, but the adults, oh yeah.
And you be surprised, even like, okay, so I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, so a lot of people may or may not know I'm having a whole spiritual journey or whatever, right? You don't realize until you go back and to watch some of the movies that you watched as a child of how much was in those movies. So the latest one that people have been talking about is Coco. Coco is based on Hispanic origin. They celebrate the Day of the Dead. The Day of the Dead is when they celebrate the ancestors that passed before them. So what they do, they have this thing called the ofrenda, which is an altar, and they have all the pictures of, which, Black people do this too. They just don't realize it. But anyway, they may have this, bookshelf or table, and they have all their ancestors that passed, and they just have a table of pictures of people that, like I said, that passed away. So one of the ancestors their picture was ripped out of the picture. Their face is ripped out, so they're not on the ofrenda. So when they try to come back for the Day of the Dead, they can't cross over because they're not on the altar. So what happens, the little boy, he's trying to figure out who his grandfather is. The person he thinks that his grandfather really isn't his grandfather. So what happened, he mends his family bloodline by crossing over and fixing and repairing the relationship that was broken so long ago, that caused the big rift and the big disconnect of music within the family, because the family thought that because the father left them for music, and that's why they didn't want to listen to music anymore, and they made shoes. But because he went back, repaired the relationship between the mother and the father, and they now accept music back in their household. Which is like the best movie I've ever watched. I love Coco, like I said. But once you go back and start thinking about it, Lion King talked about ancestors. Pocahontas talked about ancestors. Mulan talked about ancestors. It's like Disney been dropping gems like, hello, people. Moana talks about ancestors. I was like, yeah. Disney been dropping gems. And we ain't paid attention to not one damn thing. What the fuck? It's crazy. But it's just like, as a kid, you look at it like, oh, this is fun. Da, 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 da. As an adult, you be like, oh, shit. This shit been in my face the entire time, and I didn't even know. Well, damn. Gems be dropping. I'd be like, yo, this is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. TV today. On demand. On demand. Gonna learn something today.
Even Black Panther talked about ancestors. If that don't teach you something wrong.
Folks ain't ready.
You better get ready, because it's coming.
Oh, no. I ain't ready.
And it's coming full force.
I ain't ready.
You say you
see
ain't
how quiet I was. You see how quiet I was while she said all of that.
You say you ain't ready?
Nope.
Listen. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Once you, whatever. I can't say that you'll be ready, but once you start seeing it, and you're like, what? You're gonna start questioning stuff, and you're not questioning God. That's not because. Well,
that's a huge dispute right there.
But that's the thing. It's not a dispute because God, like I said, everybody believes in God. God is not taken out of anything, and that's what I mean by. Now, that's what I meant by Black people are magical. Black people are this, because they made it seem like that we did not believe in God. That's not true.
Well, tell everybody at the church house. And
that's the thing. These are the same people that get mad at you for these same people tell you don't have sex before you get married, but then you have sex before you got married. Oh, you can't be shacking up. But wasn't you just shacking up in 76?
What is that 76?
I don't know.
Go play that number because you said that before last week.
I don't know, but my thing is they so judgmental in church, and that's why so many people are running away from church.
I get that, yeah.
This is why so many people are like, you know what, I'm done with church because all y'all do is judge people, and y'all supposed to be welcoming people with open arms. I can't even be myself. Like what I'm doing right now, I could be like, I feel like I'm the most happiest, or I'm happier. And I understand myself a little bit more, and I'm free. I don't have to worry about somebody telling me, oh, you can't do this, or you're not supposed to do this, or you can't. No, that's not true. No, I know what my purpose is. My purpose is way bigger than what I thought it was, to be honest with you. And it scared the shit out of me. But guess what? I'm taking it with stride. But God, they talk about God all the time. Our direct source comes from God. And that's what people are, let me tell you something. People are around the world are waiting for black folks to wake the fuck up. If that don't say up to tell you shit, then something's wrong. Other people are waiting for black folks to wake the fuck up so they can be like, okay, now y'all see. Y'all woke up. Let's get it. But we don't want to wake up. They know everybody know who we are except for us.
The U.S. so fast they slow.
It's not the U.S. It's black folks. We don't know who we are. Everybody know. White folks know. Indians know. Muslims know. Asians know. Everybody know, but us. Everybody know who we are, but except for we don't want to wake up to it because we want to. Think
about what they did. Think about all the school we took, all the history classes we had to take. When did we see us?
But they stripped everything away. Even with Christianity, they stripped who we were away. They stripped our essence away. That's a whole nother topic I can get to. Child. Call me, girl. Inbox me, honey. You want to talk to Ketus_B?
A mess.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. Whatever.
Told you. 415, y'all. It be like that.
This is who we are. And I'm going to tell you something right now. People think that other people can't coexist because they have different beliefs or they have different way of seeing other stuff. Maria goes to church. I don't go to church.
She used to though. She used to go with me every single Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, and I took out of it what I got out of it. Because great points. Pastor Jesse Curtin III. Woo! You understand me? That man would preach you out your shoes. You understand me? And I got everything that he preached about on Sunday. Whether if I was taking it to apply it to my spiritual life or if I was taking it to apply it to everyday life. He is an awesome teacher. Mm-hmm. That man can preach his tail off. I just don't like going to church. Mm-hmm. Never did.
She went a Sunday with me though.
Yeah, that's what I did. I ain't gonna lie. I went every Sunday.
And no, I didn't pressure her to go. Kitty, you going? Yeah, I'll be there. All right, cool.
Because at the end of the day, I knew as a friend, that's what she went. Even though I wasn't saying, let me go to church. No, that's not what I was doing. I was doing it because, this is what her happy place and how she recharges. It was church. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I went to church with her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
And when I don't go,
she is a fucking mess.
I ain't been in 2 Sundays.
She's a mess. Me, on the other hand, I don't have to go. I don't need to be in church every Sunday. I get my connection the way I get my connection with God. That's me. I don't have to be in the pews. And now the one thing I do miss, because they get a good gospel song going, boy. You be crying.
Old face crying. Done.
You get that old face cry. You be like, God, Lord, what you doing to me?
Something wrong with her. Help her, Jesus, help her.
But people think that because if you practice Judaism or you practice this, you can't coexist with other people. That's a goddamn lie.
There's people married with 2 different religions. So.
Exactly. Like people can coexist. It's just all about how you allow society to tell you what you can do. That's bullshit that we need to stop listening to this fucking society. Who the fuck is society? Twitter?
Can you imagine?
Instagram?
Can you imagine back in the 90s being like now?
In what sense?
Social media.
Oh, girl, I would be fucked up if I had social media back then. Like,
and how? Remember
these days? They're screwed. They're screwed because they're basically going around in life thinking
they ain't gonna catch up with them.
Exactly. They're forever being judged.
Mm-hmm.
They're being bullied.
They take the fun out of everything. We like now when we go on vacation, we don't be on vacation. We be on vacation to take pictures and share and show off. That's what we do. Back in the 90s, back then, what we was doing?
On vacation.
Right, because we didn't have what?
Technology.
A phone. Yeah, we had none of that. You know what we had? We went to the CVS or whoever it was and got
them Polaroids.
I don't even think CVS was around then. What was it? What was the pharmacy back
Rite
then?
Aid.
Yep. We went over there.
Got them.
Like the mom and pop shop and had them develop.
Them paper cameras.
Come on now. With the little
snap. Girl, that's cute.
Look.
That's gonna be cute. You couldn't be like, oh, let me see that.
And then you know what else? Nobody could screenshot it.
Nope. You lived in the moment. The only thing that you was worried about is the person at the photo place was gonna see your camera.
Right.
Look at your pictures and look at you crazy.
Or steal them.
Right. Well, like,
because you know yeah, because when I worked at the Walmart a couple years, people in the photo lab, they was looking at people's stuff and showing everybody other people's stuff. I was like, see, y'all. No, I was about to say y'all going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing people's stuff. I was like, and then it'd be like people you know, you'd be like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. But then that good thing called a flash drive came.
Oh, yeah.
That thing came on. And then, you know, the nice cameras, the Canons and all the Nikons came out.
Mm-hmm.
And all you got to do is go upload.
Right.
You ain't have to pay nobody to do. That digital thing took, whoo. Oh, man. But yeah. I don't know how we got here, but we here. Get out your head. Stop being controlling. I don't know what the title was.
Let go. Just let go. Let go and experience life. You know what somebody told me yesterday? They was like,
what they say?
I said, I'm going to start using this. They said, you know, yeah, sure. They was like, yeah, you know, sometimes I don't get to answer my phone and text folks, and they be like, why you ain't text me? Or you seen me text you a long time ago? Why you ain't text back? And he was like, I was experiencing life. I said, you know what? I'm gonna use that. You gave me one, thank you. So, hey, if I don't text you back, I was experiencing life. Sorry.
I don't care if that meant me sleeping. That's still an experience.
I was experiencing life. I'm sorry. Hey, you should try it sometime.
Got to be more careful.
I said, yeah, you gave me one right there, player.
Thank you. Gonna run with it too.
I'm gonna run that motherfucker into the ground. I was experiencing life.
Oh man, that's real. Yep. We should do an episode on. I'm gonna hold it because there's somebody gonna run with it. We gonna do it first. I'll text it. But yeah, we thank y'all for listening again. Listening to us, Miss V and Keita, that is, on the 415 Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all the social media at the 415 Pod. You can email us if you want to send us a note at the 415pod@gmail.com. You want to stream us, you can go on YouTube and see us. Subscribe, comment, like, share, all that. You can listen to us on, where we at? Stitcher, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio.
Are we on iHeartRadio?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, shit now.
Yeah. I put that in there. I put that in there a couple weeks ago.
iHeartRadio. We on iHeartRadio.
I just need to go check real quick. But that's where we at. So y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Sorry. Music just starts playing. But I don't know why. But, yeah, shoot us a note. You know.
What's your 411?
You feel me? Let's go. So until next time, y'all. Yep, we up there. Pat out. We up on iHeart. Yes, friends. Go on to the iHeart Radio app. I don't know what that was, but we up there. Yeah. But again, we thank y'all, for always tuning in, listening to our crazy and our fun, our silly, our us. We really appreciate y'all. We call y'all the 415ers.
Yes.
Yes. Until next time, it's your girls, Miss B and Keita.
And we out this joint, man. What the hell was that?
I don't know. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.